So this is my artichoke plant. I've been taking off bad leaves, but for the most part, she is amazing. She's nice and strong. Got some yellowing leaves at the bottom, but that is natural for those leaves at the bottom to turn yellow, and I take them off, right? But she looks amazing, but we're gonna see how she make it through this cold snap. Today is Friday, so I'm just out here observing all of my plants that's alive and just to see how they're gonna make it through. There's only one plant that I'm really concerned about, and that is my guava tree. Now she is in the ground. Let's go check her out. So this is my guava tree. Look at that, you feel? She's looking good, but yeah, she is definitely feeling this weather, right? But we'll see how it goes. She's in the ground, as I said, and we're gonna see how she make it through. Yeah. So one of the vegetables that you will see in my garden all the time is sugarcane. Now this is one batch of sugarcane. I have another batch in another part of my garden, but sugarcane, she will always be here, y'all, always. So I cut up some sugarcane and I leave some out for family and friends. For those that wants it, they come around and they pick it up. I had about 40 pieces of sugarcane out here, and as you can see, I still have a few that many of them took, and this is what's left, and that is cool. No problem. But this is another, you will always see this. Now, you won't always see her this tall because it's time for her to come down, but this is my Moringa oleifera tree. This is the way she looked today. But this is natural. This is the way she's supposed to look in January, right? But that's okay because Ben is gonna cut her down and she will regrow, as always. Yeah. So that's a rose bush. It's very tall. And every year Ben cuts her down really, really low. Now, the history behind this rose bush is a friend of mine here in the neighborhood. He gave me a cutting of his rose bush. I came home and I stuck it in the ground right there. And this is what she have become. Now, that was about 5 years ago. And every year she does her thing. Beautiful flowers, year-round flowers. That's what she does. Absolutely beautiful. So this is my other batch of sugar cane back there. Yeah. So those are the other ones that you will always see in my garden, right? And this is my lemongrass. She is so huge and so big. I started this lemongrass from seeds, the seeds that I harvest from my garden. These are my seeds. And as you can see, she is making seeds today. You see that? She's making seeds, but we'll see how she make it through this weekend, which is gonna be a doozy. Supposed to be, you know, yeah. So this is just what I'm doing, walking around in my garden on a Friday afternoon, just checking out everyone and seeing how they are before the bad weather move in. We'll see. We'll see. So this is one of my cabbages. She's really big. So on Sunday Night Live, I'm going to share with you all about growing these big varieties of cabbages. Now, listen, family, they are beautiful. They get very big, but what makes them so special that we can't grow those cabbages? And we get a cabbage head and it comes pretty fast and it's nice and tight. It's a great cabbage. This cabbage was planted at the same time, but just as that cabbage over there, they take up so much space and it takes them a long time to develop that head. You see that? We're going to talk about why sometimes bigger is not better. It's not, family. Yeah. All right. It is Saturday morning. It is a different type of cold out here. It's like a kind of cold that goes to the bone. So let me go and see what's our temperature this morning. So right now it is 46 degrees. It is cloudy. It is gloomy and I can feel small drops of rain, right? But I'm gonna get out of here in a minute. But I came out here for these two loquides. They are in containers. They're babies, really. I got them as cuttings. One pot is for my beautiful friend, Harvey Container Gardener. So I'm going to take these two inside and put them in my garage and just let them hang out up in there. I'm going to give them some water. I'm going to give them a little fertilizer just so they can make it through this crazy time in their lives. So we're going to do that and I'll be back. Yeah. So I will be harvesting this bed of greens because I just don't want to lose them. We're going to have a hard freeze. We may not have, a lot of the ice and stuff, but we will have a hard freeze. And with rain and ice, I would lose my greens. So we ain't going to lose these greens. So Jody and Jade and I, we're going to come out and harvest the greens. Yeah. So these are my greens and my Katrina bricks. These are collards and I'm gonna harvest these. I'm gonna clean them, chop them up, and I'm gonna cook them and then put them in freezer bags and put them in the freezer. Yeah. That's what we're doing here today. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a safe weekend, have a warm weekend. Hopefully, if we have power, I don't have power lines in my neighborhood. We don't have power lines. All of my power lines are underground. So you may think that I don't get power outage because my lines is underground. Well, that's not true. But hopefully, we usually have lights when other people don't, but sometimes we do lose power. So we'll see how it goes. So if I have power, I will be live. Okay? All right, family. I will be live on Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. All right? So I'm going to harvest these greens. All right. I'll be back. All right. There where we stand. So I did the harvest here. And now I'm going to go and get some more greens from another part because that's not enough for me. No. All right, so this is my harvest for today. This is my meal you're looking at today. Also grabbed some garlic. I have some leeks in the bottom, but that's my harvest, and it's raining now, so I'm going in and I'm going to cook me a meal. All right, guys. All right. So this is my greens, and we're getting there, baby. We're getting there. Yeah. So I'm about to fry me some cornbread. Then I'm ready to go. Yeah.